So from wildland firefighter to workouts, how a former hotshot found her fire in CrossFit. So what happens when you mix a former hotshot firefighter and mentality with a CrossFit athlete? You get our new head coach and competitive athlete, Punky Bishop. Thanks for being with us, Punky. We're super happy to have you as part of our crew. And we just want to get to know you and let everybody else know who you are, what you stand for, and know what to look for when they see you in the gym. So give us a little bit about you. How did you become a CrossFit athlete?
I got hired to go fight fire on a module in Oregon, Klamath Falls. And I've always been active, but I was getting my hair done. And my hair lady was like, hey, I'm doing this boot camp class for 30 days. You should come. I'm like, sure. And so I went and it was boot camp for CrossFit. And then I remember telling like my mom and my brother about it. And my brother used to call it, that it was like curves
Oh, yeah,
or whatever.
curves. Yeah, curves for women.
Yep. Yeah. And so he was like, that's dumb. And then I did the boot camp, and I remember because there was two different rooms, and then the next door was the actual CrossFit. And I kept like looking over, like, oh, that's cool. So like I'm going against all these older women, people who don't work out, and just like destroying them. And granted, I was like 20 pounds heavier too, and I couldn't even do a pull up then though, or push up. But I wasn't out of shape. I just couldn't do it. And then I did that for the month. And then I left for fire season. And when I came back, the first thing I did was sign up for the CrossFit side. I want to do that.
Awesome. That's freaking cool. So what was like the transition between firefighter or wildland firefighter to CrossFit? Like, is there a transfer?
In like my physical fitness?
Yeah. And mindset?
Yeah, because I was in really good cardio shape, but I definitely would lose like barbell strength because you shed the muscle that you don't need. Because in that job, you just need running and hiking. Weight. Yeah, ounces make pounds.
Ounces make pounds. That's awesome. So, so what about your path to? So we talked a little bit about your path to finding CrossFit. How about your path to our new head coach?
Well, I started in 2013, and in 2014, our gym needed another coach because we were going to lose one. And I was like, oh man, I'll do that. So then I got certified, and I became a coach because I really wanted to help make people feel the way that CrossFit made me feel. And it turns out I am a people person more than I thought it was. And then when we moved here to Elko, or let's rewind, I was coaching a lot because we had new ownership. And so I was coaching like 18 to 20 classes a week. And then we moved here to Elko, and I told my husband, like, my one requirement was a CrossFit gym. Like, I need a CrossFit gym there. So he had already looked it up and made sure there was one here. And I came here and I stopped coaching. And then like, it was like a few months in, I'm already like, I need a coach. And then Charlie let me coach. And then just fell in love with everyone here and wanted to help push people and became a better coach in that. And here I am.
Here you are. Yeah. Yeah. So let's go back just a little bit because you talked about making people feel like you felt when you got into CrossFit. So what did CrossFit make you feel like? Like, what did it do for you?
That I can do so much more than I thought I could do. But I think for me, it was probably more the competitiveness. Yeah. I've always been super competitive, as you guys all know. And I could be competitive and also help. It's good for my health and life. And it was like an outlet. And I really liked the way, maybe it was endorphins. I liked the way it made me feel. So I was like, man, I want to help people to feel the same way. Show them more. I guess it was more of like, you can do more than what you think you can.
You think that's on a perspective of men versus women?
What do you mean?
Like, women don't think they can do as much as men, or men don't think women can do as much as Men
No,
don't
because
think
I've never
women
been
can.
one to like man versus woman because I've always been in the male workforce and I always saw myself as not a woman in the male workforce. I just saw myself as a person who was hired. So I need to be as strong as the people around me. So I've never been one to like separate. I think it's just people in general.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So what's up with all the RX plus men's stuff that you like to put up there?
Because I do like to show the
You
men
do like to show the men
that I am doing with
that
the
you are
boys.
doing. See, so there isn't quite the separation is what she's saying there is. But she does like to show us all that she's doing what we're doing, what all the men are doing, and normally faster, and that's fine. I get to, fortunately, be her partner sometimes. So it's definitely a lot harder than you think it is. She moves very, very well. Um, Another thing I wanted to just bring up, is, of course, not on our list of things, because as you talk, things start flowing, right? So when you first started with us, you said you weren't coming in to coach, you just wanted to work out, which was true. I remember that.
Yes.
Do you remember what your husband told me about you coaching?
He would not let me coach because I would become obsessed. And here we are.
And here you are.
Already.
Yeah, we went through quite a process with Blake and Punky. You know, Punky wanted to coach, and Blake said, "I don't want her to coach. I just want her to work out and let her have fun." And you know, that process was months long. Of she wanted to coach, and he's like, "No, just let her work out. Let her get stronger." And then finally, it was like, she's like, "Okay, I can coach now." And I'm like, "I am not letting you coach until Blake tells me this is going to be okay."
He was probably getting tired of all the home projects I was starting, so maybe that would take away time from doing that.
Yeah, I just remember him going, or I finally went to him. I'm like, "So she says she's okay to coach. Like, are we all good with this?" And he's like, "Yes, let her coach." So I was like, "All right, finally get to let her coach." But yeah, I mean, I have some pretty fond memories of Punky too. We won't bring up the specific ones on camera. The very first one, but as a male athlete in this sport, it was almost completely intimidating because as far as in our gym or anybody I'd ever been around, I've never been around anybody who was so what was it? Competitive, but that's not even the real word. It's like determined. I think there's a big difference between like being competitive, because I know people in our gym and in other gyms I've seen that are competitive and they're really good, but there's a difference I think between like being competitive and then being determined to do whatever the heck you want to do.
Bullheadedness.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. Do you think that stems from family, or do you think that stems from like your firefighting days?
I think it was just who I am as a person, because my idol growing up was my brother. So of course a man. And I wanted to do everything he did. So I played football because he did. I learned all the things he did because I just idolized him. And then once I graduated, going into the workforce, I went and packed mules, which there was a lot of women who worked there, but it was also a lot of men. And then from there, I went to firefighting, which is, I was the only girl in my crew for a very long time.
Yeah.
Just one or would pop in here and there, but I think it's just always been who I am as a person. Competing with men specifically.
Specifically, yeah. Oh, very true. She was a very good push. So we're gonna have a little heat moment, a little debate, maybe not. I mean, we talk all the time about stuff. So do you think the competitive mindset helps or hurts an athlete in the long run?
I think it depends on where you are at in your journey, because I do think it can hurt you, but I also do think you can benefit, because say you set the bar too high, you go into competition, you don't meet the goals you want to hit. And there's nothing wrong with that, but you have to be okay learning from that. If you just start dissing yourself, then that's where it can become unhealthy and not good. But I think if you go in there with the mindset of like, I want to do this, but I get here, I'm okay with that. That's how much I need to grow for the next one. And then there's also going in with the bar too low. You get hit up here, but that I don't see anything wrong with that. The only problem is you're discrediting what you can do. That's why I think competition can be healthy, because it shows you can do a lot more, because we can go all out here in a workout, but it's just different. It hits different in a competition. And so I think there's both sides. You just have to find the balance, because I've definitely been at both ends of unhealthy versus healthy.
Agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely agree. So here's another like little lesson. So do you think pain tolerance is a superpower, or is it a trap in CrossFit?
Like my ability to block it out.
Yeah.
Both.
Explain.
Because I mean, look, I ruptured my Achilles and I was still trying to figure out a way to finish the workout.
Yeah.
So that's where it's unhealthy, or a trap.
A trap.
But I also think it's a good thing, because that helps you push past your threshold and get in that red zone.
So you say you think it's a good thing, which I agree with you. I do think it's a good thing, because I think too many of us get injured of some sort, have a hurt shoulder, have a hurt, I don't know, finger, have a hurt, I don't know, guinus, I don't know, whatever the hell it is. Like, it's very small sometimes in comparison, but we struggle to make it in the gym, right? Tell me, like you just said, most of the members in our gym know, but anybody else that's listening that's out there, you just ruptured your Achilles tendon August in a competition that we did in Salt Lake.
Yes.
It was awesome. Like, the competition was freaking sweet. We competed with some friends of ours from Wade Farm Fit, you know, Charlie and Cody Wade. Those guys are awesome.
Yes.
And
hit their gym up if you go to Salt Lake.
Yeah, if you go to Salt Lake, hit those guys up. But that was a pretty cool competition with you and your husbands. The first one you guys had ever done together. You guys were in first place
the whole
weekend until we ruptured our Achilles, right?
The very last workout halfway through.
And so I just talk to me a little bit about, I know this might be hard, but like, talk to me about that feeling in that moment.
I was, not to be dramatic, I was devastated, as you could see. As
I saw.
I was in tears, not so much because of the pain, but because I was telling my husband, I blew it. We're not going to win. That's what I was telling him the whole time. And he's just ignoring me, working out. And I'm just like, I blew it. And it was devastating for me, because I've been injured. I have a separated shoulder. I have other shoulder problems because Austin gave me a really hard high five.
True. You did.
But like, I've never had anything this intense make me like completely come to a screeching halt. So it was mentally really hard, a lot harder than it was physically.
Yeah, no, I would agree. I'm with Punky almost every single day, you know, pretty close, except for when she got injured. And yeah, I think mentally that was the biggest mental hurdle you've had to go through.
Having to slow down and actually listen to my doctor and go to PT and not push it. And
so we are October 28th.
Yes.
We are already RXing workouts.
I feel like there was already some I was, as long as there was no legs.
Yeah, as long as there's no legs, right? So, and I guess what I'm trying to get at is, for anybody listening on here and you're struggling with something, whether it's physical or mental, illness or something. And I'm not saying like, hey, you just look at Punky and say, she did it, so I can do it. But sometimes we look at other people in the gym and go, man, I know that person's struggling with this, or that person's got this hurt, or this is hurt on them. Or, hey, I know that person suffers from depression or anxiety. You know, like, no matter what, you can just take that moment and come in here and spend 1 hour of your day to help with your mental state.
Yes, that is why I kept working out, because it just mentally helped me, let me know there's still a lot I could do.
Yeah.
It was just pretty much squats and lunges for a little bit, jumping. But I figured out a way for everything else.
Yeah, and I think that's to all the listeners, is that, and people with injuries, again, there's always something that you can actually do. And our coaches, you know, Punky as our head coach and myself and the rest of the coaches, we can always help scale anything. We have Michelle Arps, who's an amputee, who only has one arm, that comes in and just destroys things, man. I mean, if you see where she started to where she is now, it's a huge difference. So we got people with all kinds of injuries, rotator cuff injuries, have replacement knees, have replacement hips from our legends classes. And I think a lot of it is just intimidation of walking in the door. Let's talk a little bit about that. I know it's not on our list of things to talk about, but what do you tell somebody who's intimidated to walk in here?
Everyone, specifically at this gym, I know it's all around the country and world, but everyone is very welcoming. Like, your standards is to make anyone who walks through that door feel comfortable. And I feel like your coaches, especially you and your members, even though you don't ask them to, are just super welcoming to everyone that walks through the door. And that takes a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, and we love, I mean, we want more people to come. We want them to experience what we, as Last Rep, have to offer them. And part of that offering are people like Punky, a head coach that really, I mean, she doesn't say it, but she cares about every single person that walks in the door. She wants everybody to be successful. I hear it from athletes all over that they just love the way she coaches and the push that she gives them, and that the inspiration that she is. So some of the lessons to take away. So we have, you can be tough and reckless.
Yeah.
Right? Yes. Effort is everything.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if it's this level or this level. If you're giving your effort, all your effort, that's key, right?
Because I will say, scaling for the first month, that was really hard. The workout, scaling it. So don't think just because you're scaling it, it's not hard. It's all relevant.
Yeah, absolutely. Because everything we do in here has a scaling ability, and we scale for, I mean, sometimes we may have 3 or 4 workouts up on the board for different scaling, but then we have a plethora of different workouts that we individually customize as throughout the day for individual people that can't do certain things. So, each coach helps do that. But one of the things I preached to you from the time that you first started with me was consistency.
Yeah.
So consistency is really the key. Just showing up every day, being a part of the gym, taking in the family, showing up for your workout, showing up for a competition, and being very consistent. I mean, you can get a first place and then a 30th place in a workout. That doesn't really help you much. But if you stay right there in the middle, that's where a lot of our CrossFit Games athletes, they don't win them all.
Yeah.
They're winning or staying in that top 5 consistently, where others are in and out, and the numbers don't add up, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to go through a few little quick questions. So what's your favorite WOD? Chad's your favorite. Go figure. A firefighter.
Nothing
or hot shot.
Something about 1,000 step-ups with 45 pounds for 45 minutes, 50 minutes.
For you. For an hour and 20 minutes for me.
I don't know why I like that workout, so I'm so sad I can't do it this year.
That's okay. We actually don't have it programmed this year.
Oh, okay.
We're not going to do it this year. We're going to do something a little different. Even though we love Chad, we've done it quite a few years in a row, but definitely that's not the hero workout I thought you were going to pick.
What did you think I was going to pick?
Hot Shots 19.
Oh, yeah.
4th of July. That's really what I thought.
That one hits hard too. I definitely got a little emotional when I was talking about it on July 4th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, of course, Hot Shots 19, 4th of July. We do that hero workout. Memorial Day, we do Murph. So these are all memorial workouts or hero workouts for those that have passed away, trying to help somebody of some sort. Right? Do you have a favorite hype song?
I guess right before a workout. Anything Metallica for sure.
Metallica. That's cool.
And then a couple specific name songs. Texas by Big X the Plug.
No idea who that is.
I'm not really a rap person. It's a really good song. Or You Don't Own Me. I don't remember who sings it, but kind of like my lady jam. Like,
Lady jam.
Like, I'm gonna do this.
Sweet.
Do this workout.
That's awesome.
Cheesy.
Hey, whatever works. I listen to books all the time. It's fine. It doesn't
Gets you fired up.
I don't need to fire up. I'm a totally different person. So what about your worst workout?
Anything with rope climbs and thrusters.
Anything with rope climbs and thrusters.
Hate them.
And those are two of my favorite.
So
we know what to program. Now she's doing the programming too, so she's probably going to keep it.
Yeah, thrusters are awful. Yeah. When we had them in that competition, that was awful. Max thrusters.
That was horrible to watch. And I love thrusters. And oh my gosh, how many was 95-pound thrusters for you guys?
80 pounds or 85.
Oh, 80 or 85. Yeah. How many did you do? It was unbroken,
Unbroken.
Right?
I did 35.
35 unbroken at 80, 85 pounds.
Yeah.
You could rest in the middle of that, but
you couldn't drop the barbell.
Couldn't drop the barbell. Yeah, that was horrible.
Yeah. I don't like thrusters.
So now that let's just pretend like you were not coaching anymore. Okay. What would you do?
Yell at my kids.
There you go. I don't think that changes anything. You still do that, right?
Stay-at-home mom, starting more projects at my house that I don't finish. That's really
you mean both my wife would say the same thing. So what is your favorite part at Last Rep CrossFit?
It's hard to pick out just one, but I'm gonna go with the cliche answer, the community, because it sounds like a cliche, but it really is the people here. They're just way more welcoming than any gym I've ever been to or a part of. And like, you as an owner have created that environment. And I think that is my 100% my favorite thing.
Cool. Thank you.
Feeling welcome. Immediately feeling welcome.
Yeah, the first day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, again, we're not going to talk to you about that.
Definitely made myself comfortable.
Yeah. You made yourself comfortable.
Yes.
On the bench and everything. So
that's probably weird.
It was really weird. All right. So what's your funniest? Who is the funniest member?
Me. I'm just kidding. A lot of people don't laugh at my
You're
joke.
technically not funny or a member.
I don't know. Blake's pretty funny. I'd say it's a 4-way tie. Blake, James Morris.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Or Winnie and Josh.
I don't see Josh as funny. I love Josh.
Josh is hilarious.
I wouldn't have the funny, but Winnie. Then you have the three of them. They're like three peas in a pod all the time, right?
Yes.
And so
then throw Blake in the mix, and the four of them together.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what are some things you think people don't know?
People don't know?
Yeah, they don't know about CrossFit or. CrossFit. No, let's go this way. What is one thing that people don't know about you?
I'm an open book. You know that.
Well, I know you.
CrossFit related or just life related? Life. I'll just go with my usual answer. I'm the first and still to this day the only girl to graduate from Douglas High School varsity football.
That's pretty cool.
Letter in it, yeah.
Letter in it too. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. That's really cool. Well, we are about up in time. Do you have anything else you want to say to anybody?
CrossFit did not injure me. It was self-inflicted because I sent it too hard. A lot of injuries are self-inflicted because either you're not listening or you're not doing it right, but that falls on us as coaches. But CrossFit doesn't hurt you. I think it's really important.
Yeah. I think thanks for bringing that up. And I think that's a very key note, because I've heard so many times where people are like, I can't do CrossFit, I'm going to get hurt, or I can't do CrossFit because my back already hurts. And it's like I said on my episode, I've only gotten stronger. My back hurts hardly at all anymore because I come in and I work out and I strengthen those muscles to help me from having any injuries. And then when it comes to like CrossFit hurts you, everything, normally it's a pride thing. And I find it a lot more with men than I do with women, is that we don't know how to scale things. Meaning you come in and you see Punky or Maddie or my wife Melanie or any of the girls doing a workout with, let's just say 65 pounds. And you're like, I have to at least do that because they're doing it or more. And that's not how it works.
No.
at all. I mean, and that's where we get injured. If you haven't taken the time to develop technique, if you haven't taken the time to learn the movements or just the conditioning aspect of it, like just being in here and consistently moving to become more conditioned to what the environment of what you're dealing with. If you haven't done those things, you should really be scaling back.
Yeah.
And anytime I've had anybody injured in here, it's like you said, it is self-inflicted, and us as coaches like try to help you, but we can only go so far. I mean, I couldn't tell you how many times I've asked somebody to scale and they're like, no, I'm going to do this. And I'm like, okay, well, I've given you the reasons why you should be scaling. And then typically by the end of the workout, they're scaling. They're doing it themselves because it didn't work out the way they planned. So as far as injury goes in the gym, it's very rare that somebody actually gets injured due to like lifting something correctly.
Yeah.
It's always doing something incorrectly, just because you're getting in a hurry, you're getting in a rush. But thanks for bringing that up, because I think that is a misnomer for CrossFit in general. And I had that, and like I told you on my first episode, I had that exact same feeling. That's what I thought when I first heard of CrossFit, was that I was just going to get hurt.
Yeah.
But as you can tell, like I've been injured in CrossFit due to my own stupidity.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say her stuff was stupid, but hers was full sin, right? Like not really thinking about the consequences of how you're performing a movement.
Yeah.
That's why we said full send with Punky Bishop, because that's what was happening.
I always say, send it.
Send it, yeah. So just to close, so thank you for coming and meeting Punky Bishop. She, again, like I said, she's our new head coach. We're thankful that she can be a part of our team and that she will help us continue to grow. I know that through grit and determination and through a little bit of suffering, that you could be here with us and that you could be a part of our family. And if you know anybody out there that is struggling and that needs a family, that needs something in their life that helps bring a little bit more meaning, just share this with them. I promise you that if you have a thought of somebody and you share it, it will be well received. So we thank you so much for joining us, and we'll catch you on the next one with Ryan Bates, who has been my longest coach I've had thus far besides myself. So, all right, we'll see you next week. Thanks, guys.